June 18th, 2020, you sent out a tweet that would kind of shape the trajectory of your, your career and kind of find your life after basketball path. Although at the time you may not have known, but you decided to sit the season out to focus on social justice. Your former college teammate and pro teammate did the same thing. What was behind that thinking?
A lot. I had seen what's going on. Atlanta, I told you, we were right in the thick of things. There were protests going on everywhere. It was on the news. So I would look out my window.
Shaw Brooks, all that.
Yeah, I would look out my window. I could literally see the protests happening, and then I would look on the TV screen and be like, dang, Atlanta is really, so for me, I was like, yo, I need to be a part of this. I feel it. And I would talk to my parents, and my mom was actually in Detroit during the Detroit riots, and so she was telling me, baby, I think this one feels different. And I'm like, why? And I'm asking her all kinds of questions, why is this one different? And she's like, look at the crowd. Right. When we did our thing, it was all minorities, all Black people. Right now, all we colors. See, yeah. And so she kept telling me, I think this one is different. I'm like, yo, I need to be a part of this movement. How do we pour gasoline on it? And so I was thinking, and I'm like, can I imagine myself in the bubble? That's kind of what I had to think about, because we knew that's where it was going. And I just didn't see it. I really kept on. And this wasn't, people think I woke up and sent the tweet. It didn't happen like that. I knew, I was debating it for 2 weeks. I was trying to think about the pros, the cons. Am I going to quit my job? I don't even have a job. I'm thinking about all those different things. But every time something else would happen or someone else would get murdered, I'm like, nah, this ain't it. To me, it was this just ain't it. And so,
enough is enough.
Yeah, I really just felt like my heart wouldn't have been in it. And so, everything I've told y'all, it's been about proving in myself, and it's all about passion for me. And so my heart wasn't going to be in it that season, and I didn't want to do that to my teammates, my coaches. So I just made the decision, to follow where my heart was taking me.
It's just something in you that's different. You know what I mean? A lot of people, to stand up for people that you don't even know, or stand up for the rights of others and all that, it says a lot about you, to put yourself on the line for other people that you don't even know. And a lot of people don't have the courage to do that. You know what I mean? So for you, the stage you were in, the person you are and the position you in, for you to stand like that, like I told you on your show, that meant the world to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people have the platforms and have the position to say things for the betterment of all of us, but they don't do it. You know what I mean? And with everything you had to lose for you to do that, with so many of your sisters in the same position, it just meant the world to see for me. So I appreciated that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And, for me, what was interesting about that was I didn't know where it was going to take me. You know what I mean? A lot of people think I had a plan. I really didn't.
Leading with your heart.
Yeah, I really didn't have a plan. So that's why even sitting here in the ownership and in June, I was thinking, all right, am I about to have to drive Uber? I didn't know, I really didn't know, because I was already calling games. I was scheduled to call the women's NCAA, the G League championship, but everything got canceled. So it was all my revenue, all my income was connected to sports, and sports just got canceled. So I was weighing that heavy. I had my family, and so I'm this decision wasn't just about me. And so, thank you for coming on the show, because I felt connected to people like you all that are just, that fabric. You can just feel it when somebody's doing something for the papers or somebody's really doing it. So I wanted to make sure people knew this is not for clout. This isn't even clout. I didn't know if I was going to get canceled, because if y'all can remember that Kyrie call, I was on that Kyrie call and it leaked. And people were really mad, basically, to hear that Kyrie was talking about opting out, basically. And so I already knew what people felt about players that opted out. So I was even debating on that tweet, should I tell people why I'm opting out? I thought, because you could just say, hey, I'm opting out for personal reasons. I debated that, but then I was like, nah,
You give it to him the real.
Yeah, I just wanted people to know.
Did you ever think, go ahead.
I was on the phone with him, every day for 3 weeks up until that. You know what I mean? We talked a lot, and I knew where his head was, but a lot of people don't understand. How could you worry about playing a game when you're seeing your people dying?
Exactly.
When you're seeing people getting killed for no reason. A game is not that serious.
It's bigger. It starts to be bigger than that, where you think basketball, I don't even, you almost feel like you don't even have time for that now, because there's something real going on right now.
Right.
And Kyrie, you can see that he got it. And that's kind of how I even gravitated towards it. I'm like, he really gets it. And now people start to see, because he's giving out scholarships. He paid some of our salaries for the women that opted out in the WNBA. He paid some
George Floyd, baby mama house.
People, like he not just talking about it. And so that's why I'm talking about, like, some people, like, they just say it because it sounds nice, it's a sound bite, and there's some people that's really about that life, and he really is.